Foods that actually harm your kidneys. The kidneys have a very important function as they remove toxins from the body. According to the National Institutes of Health, the average group of kidneys filters an astonishing 200 liters of blood daily and produces about 2 liters of waste. In this process, important nutrients that we need to maintain the function of all bodily processes are returned to the bloodstream. The kidneys work around the clock to keep us healthy and even play a role in blood pressure. The quality of our diets greatly affects how hard the kidneys work to achieve this goal. Certain foods put more pressure on these bean-like organs, and they should be eaten in moderation to avoid developing kidney disease. Fortunately, it is never too late to improve your kidney health, even if you already have a kidney disorder. Of course, at this point, your doctor will need to be involved. Here are foods that put an enormous strain on the kidneys. Some of them have recovered health value and should simply be eaten in moderation, while others should be avoided altogether. Stay with us to learn how to balance a kidney-friendly diet. 1. Red meat. The value in red meat is its protein content. Our bodies need protein to grow and build muscle, but it is difficult for the kidneys to metabolize. Red meat is also high in saturated fats. Again, our kidneys need some fat to function properly, but too much of it can cause cells called macrophages to form in the kidney tissue. This eventually damages the kidneys and leads to an accumulation of acidic residues in the body. Red meat, especially organ flesh, contains a large amount of something called purine, which stimulates the production of uric acid. The kidneys usually process uric acid, but when you get too much purine, painful stones tend to develop. 2. Alcohol. Alcohol is basically a toxin that your kidneys have to filter. Moderate drinking doesn't make this work very difficult, but heavy drinking puts real pressure on them. Too much alcohol actually alters kidney function, just as it alters your brain function, making them unable to filter your blood effectively. Alcohol is also completely dehydrated, and water is important for kidney function as well as every cell in our body. This inner struggle is one of the reasons that cause such a bad hangover. It is really important to drink a lot of water when you are consuming alcohol. 3. Edible salt. Sodium is actually an important component that helps our bodies maintain proper fluid balance. Sodium works alongside potassium, and it keeps the blood hydrated enough to filter the kidneys. However, when you have a lot of salt in your diet, the kidneys are forced to retain more water to dilute it. This ultimately raises blood pressure and can damage the microscopic structures within the kidneys that are doing the actual filtering work. They are called a nephron. Salt is favorably crammed into processed foods of all kinds, even the sweet ones. To limit your sodium intake, eat as much fresh foods as possible so you can control the amount of salt that goes in. Meanwhile, make sure you get plenty of potassium-rich foods to improve your sodium-potassium balance that is critical to hydration. 4. Caffeine. Many of us need a daily dose of caffeine to really go in the morning, as well as an evening shot or two when we have to work late. But because caffeine is a stimulant, it speeds up blood flow and can increase blood pressure. It is also a mild diuretic, which means that it affects the kidney's ability to absorb water and can lead to dehydration. In small amounts, caffeine does not put too much stress on the kidneys. However, excessive consumption may worsen kidney disease and cause kidney stones due to chronic dehydration. As long as you stick to 2 or 3 caffeinated drinks a day and drink plenty of water in the meantime, you don't need to worry. Just be sure to get the fix from your coffee or tea instead of sodas or energy drinks. We'll talk more about that next. 5. Soft drinks and energy drinks. They taste good and provide a delivery for sugary energy, but these drinks cause big problems. There is no health value to recovering carbonated drinks and energy, so eliminating them from your diet entirely is one of the best things you can do to instantly relieve stress on your kidneys and improve your overall health. These drinks are simply loaded with caffeine, sugar, or an artificial sweetener, plus some colorants and dangerous chemicals. Not only is caffeine a diuretic, but the crazy sugar level you consume with one soda or one energy drink is simply too much for any one day. The kidneys have to excrete a lot of it in the urine, which is a good thing for safety, but over time, high blood sugar levels will damage kidney tissues and affect their ability to filter the blood. 6. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners, like the ones in diet soda, were intended to reduce our dependence on unhealthy sugar, but they didn't work that way. Studies show that using products containing the artificial sweetener does not actually reduce our overall sugar intake. This may be a psychological rationale we tend to introduce. I chose diet soda with lunch, so it's okay to have a few brownies with dinner. Research has also concluded that just one diet soda per day will lead to a decrease in kidney function. Really, you'd better kick your soda habit together. If you are still looking for a better alternative to sugar, try natural stevia or honey. Dairy products. Dairy products are rich in calcium and other nutrients as well as protein. They can be a healthy addition to your diet, but they should not be consumed in excess. Excessive calcium intake can lead to kidney stones as the kidneys struggle to shed the excess in the urine. The overloaded kidneys will not be able to process the protein waste products and will reach a dangerous level in your body. Studies have shown that limiting dairy to people with kidney disease can delay the need for dialysis, a process that filters blood when the kidneys become unable to. For any inquiries or questions, add your comment. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification to receive all new